Think Squid Game was over? Think again. Season 2 doesn't just raise the stakes, it rewrites the entire playbook. Gi-hun is no longer a desperate player. He's a man on a mission, hunting the monsters who run the games. But as he steps back into the arena, he's not the only one playing a dangerous game of deception. New alliances form, old wounds resurface, and the line between player and puppet master begins to blur. From rigged Halloween parties to brutal playground games, from secret betrayals to a full-blown rebellion, Season 2 is a roller coaster of mind games and moral chaos. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. In this video, we're diving deep into every episode so far, from Gi-hun's transformation to shocking deaths to the rise of a new frontman. Nothing is what it seems, and everyone, player or soldier, is expendable. This isn't just survival anymore. This is war. Let's break down Squid Game Season 2, Episodes 1 through 7. Episode 1, Bread and the Lottery. Gi-hun starts off in hiding, but very much alive with purpose. Having refused to board the plane at the end of Season 1, he's been tracking the organization behind the Squid Games. He's shed his red hair and taken up residence in a heavily fortified hotel, but he's not alone. He's brought in help. Surprisingly, his former loan shark, Mr. Kim, and his goons are now working for him. Their job: track down the recruiter who lures people into the deadly games. Meanwhile, police officer Jun-ho, long presumed dead, has miraculously survived. He was saved after being pulled from the sea by a shrimp boat captain named Park. Though he's back on land and on the force, he's still haunted by what he saw and continues searching for the island, using Park's boat as cover. When Kim and his associate, Choi Woo-seok, finally locate the recruiter, the encounter turns deadly. The recruiter gives desperate people a choice between stale bread and a lottery ticket. Most pick the ticket. The bread, he smashes it without hesitation, his twisted way of making a point. But when Kim and Woo-seok are abducted, the game becomes personal. They're forced into a nightmarish version of rock, paper, scissors combined with Russian roulette. Kim dies, and Woo-seok barely escapes. Jun-ho reconnects with Gi-hun, while the recruiter returns for one final act. He confronts Gi-hun and reveals a dark past. He was once a soldier in the games, and even killed his own father. They engage in a final game of Russian roulette. The recruiter loses. It's Gi-hun's first kill in the war he's waging. Episode 2, Halloween Party. The recruiter's death reveals a new lead, a Halloween party. This isn't just any party. It's a masquerade event teeming with potential recruiters, enforcers, and game alumni. Gi-hun implants a tracker inside himself and works alongside Jun-ho and Woo-seok, who's now shaken but committed. At the same time, Gi-hun continues to support those left behind. Sang-woo's mother and Cheol, a young boy whose mother he's trying to rescue from North Korea. He reaches out silently to his daughter, a voice message, a gesture. He wants to make things right. At the party, things escalate quickly. Gi-hun is taken by one of the pink-suited soldiers and led into a limousine. There, over a speaker, the frontman addresses him directly. Gi-hun demands the game's end. But the frontman, cold and enigmatic as ever, offers him a choice instead. Gi-hun agrees to re-enter the games, not as a saboteur, but as a player. He wants to end it from within. Elsewhere, we meet Kang No-ul, a North Korean defector. She's trying to extract her daughter from the north and is recruited to the games. This time, not as a player, but as one of the soldiers. Episode 3, 001. Gi-hun wakes in a familiar setting, the dormitory. Around him are 455 other players. But something has changed. This time, after every game, there's a vote. If the majority wants out, the prize pool gets split. If not, the games continue. Jun-ho and his team lose the tracker's signal. Gi-hun's location is now a mystery again. Among the players, Gi-hun recognizes a familiar face, Jung-boy, a friend and former co-worker. During red light, green light, Gi-hun tries to warn others. Some listen. The casualties are fewer than before, but still brutal. One player, a drugged-out rapper known as Thanos, deliberately pushes people to their deaths. Another, player 120, Hyun-ju, tries to help Gi-hun save a wounded player, but No-ul, now a soldier, executes the man without hesitation. After the game, Gi-hun tries to end the cycle. He reveals he's the only known winner of the games. The vote is close. The players who want to stay get marked with an O. Those who want to leave with an X. In-ho, posing as player 001, casts the final vote to continue.
You have to freeze right where you are!
Episode 4, Six Legs. In-ho begins manipulating the game from the inside. Claiming to want to escape, he fabricates a backstory, true in parts, but deeply misleading. Thanos and another player attack Myung-gi, player 333, but In-ho diffuses the situation with unsettling ease. Myung-gi's pregnant ex-girlfriend Jun-ho reveals herself, adding emotional stakes to the chaos. Outside the game, the corruption deepens. A masked officer leads a group harvesting organs from eliminated players. No Yul is ordered to ignore it, but she refuses. She begins taking out her fellow soldiers involved in the scheme. Inside, the second game kicks off. Players must form teams of 5 for a grueling 6-legged pentathlon. Dakji, Biseokchigi, Gongi, Pengichigi, and Jegi, all within 5 minutes. It's chaos. Still, Hyunju's team manages to win through sheer coordination. Note Yul continues her silent war, executing players who are still alive, but marked for harvesting. Episode 5. One more game. Inspired by Hyunju's team, more players begin working together. Gi-hun finds a new team with Jungbae, Jun-ho, In-ho, under the alias Oh Young-il, and player 388 Dae-ho. They win and share their real names, at least the ones they trust to reveal. Note Yul faces backlash. 2 soldiers involved in the organ trade corner her, warning her to stop interfering. She doesn't back down. In the next vote, In-ho pushes for ending the games, but the promise of more money keeps the majority clinging to hope or greed. The third game, called Mingle, adds a new twist. Players must quickly form groups based on an announced number and get into rooms. Failure to do so means death. Episode 6. OX Mingle proves more brutal than expected. Friends turn on each other. Alliances collapse. Jungbae watches In-ho kill another player to secure a spot. It plants a seed of doubt. Afterward, Gi-hun and In-ho argue bitterly over whether they should still try to end the games via vote. They hold off, fearing open conflict. During the vote, more players begin to see through the lie. Player 125, once under the thumb of Thanos and Namgyu, votes to end the game. Myung-gi and others back him up, but Thanos retaliates violently. In a bloody brawl in the restroom, Myung-gi stabs Thanos to death. Meanwhile, Jun-ho's team thinks they've found the island. It's a trap, booby-trapped with explosives. One mercenary dies, and Captain Park's loyalty starts to look questionable. Episode 7. Friend or Foe. And sure enough, Park reveals his true allegiance. He sabotages Jun-ho's drone and murders the pilot, confirming suspicions he's a double agent. Inside the game, something even darker emerges. Players begin murdering others overnight to inflate the prize pool and eliminate opposition. Gi-hun predicts the bloodbath and rallies a small group of ex-players to stay out of it. His plea? The true enemies are the people running this, not each other. When the slaughter begins, Gi-hun's group stays hidden. When the soldiers intervene, they strike back. They kill nearly all the soldiers and steal weapons, sparking a rebellion, but it doesn't last. They run out of ammunition. Dae-ho breaks down and can't retrieve more. They're overwhelmed. In-ho betrays them, kills 2 allies, and fakes his own death. His true identity still hidden. Gi-hun and Jungbae are captured. In a devastating final scene, In-ho unmasks himself as the frontman and executes Jungbae in front of Gi-hun. Our nerdy thoughts. Season 2 of Squid Game doesn't hold back. It peels away any illusions of morality or honor in this sadistic system. With characters pushed past their breaking points and allies turning into enemies, the show asks a brutal question. How far will you go for freedom? And when power is just a mask, who do you become once you wear it? As Gi-hun stares into the eyes of the man he once trusted, the stage is set for a final reckoning, one that might end the game or destroy everyone still playing. Gi-hun is no longer just surviving. He's leading a rebellion from inside the belly of the beast. Jun-ho's hunt has turned deadly. Friends have become enemies. And In-ho, the man behind the mask, has proven that no one can be trusted, not even those standing right beside you. With so many players gone and the rebellion crushed, the game is far from over. But one thing's clear, this time the fight isn't just about the prize money, it's about exposing the system, ending the cycle, and choosing humanity over horror. So what's next? Who will make it out alive? And how far will Gi-hun go to bring the games down once and for all? If you enjoyed this recap, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what comes next in Squid Game.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.